Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yes, so gotta do this. There we go. And it looks like we're good and take off. Yeah, perfect. So I have been working on the Minmus Mega Station. I really don't know what to call it. I think Minmus Mega Station is the name that it is going to have and is going to stick with. Now, this is the basic second main module that I will be launching to it. I did send up some of the connecting pieces, and those, they turned out pretty fine. I ended up making some slight changes to them, you know, through design, but really it wasn't that different. So, this main module will be kind of connected up, and I have about two, three more of these. Yeah, three more. Oh, turn this up. There we go. Go, 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 go. There we go. Perfect. So, yeah, I have about three more of these to launch, and each one is going to be slightly different than the other one. There are a few that are going to have just one connector. Some of them, like this one, it has the 4 connectors on it, and yeah, this is going to be the main fuel module for it. So, oh god, we gotta slow down. We are going a little bit past the speed limit. There we go. Oh god. There we go, perfect. Bring this back into the center. Yeah, I still haven't really worked out that problem. I don't think I'm going to. It really doesn't affect the rocket so much, but you know, I'm just gonna kind of stick with what I got. My launcher, I really don't like to make too much changes to it because it is kind of like my workhorse, and you know, I don't really like veering off of the path when it comes to designing rockets and you know, really building something that's a lot different than what I have. So this has tended to work for me very, very well. It really hasn't changed much over, I mean, I don't want to say it hasn't changed much, because it has, like, drastically since, especially since, like, my first year of playing this game. After, like, a whole year, if you go back, alright, whoa, there we go, oh my god, bring this over, come on. There we go, perfect. Oh my god, there we go. Come back up, come back up, come back up. Perfect, there we go. We're okay, we're okay. I think we're okay. Yeah, I think we should be okay. There we go. I'm just gonna kind of fix this a little bit. But yeah, my rocket, I haven't really made much changes to. As far as the overall look of the rocket, it hasn't changed much, but the actual design, as far as how the pieces all come together, has changed a lot, and I've really been working on it. That's one of the things too, because I did get a message a while ago basically asking about, you know, how come the design, I could change it a little bit and I could get a lot more out of this rocket, and you know, it has changed a lot. So I really feel like that this is, you know, it kind of, I always feel like it kind of has reached its zenith, but then for some reason when you step back and look at it, you're like, okay, well, you could change this and you could change this. There we go. Alright, get rid of this. Perfect. Oh my god, that's not good. That is really not good. Just turn the RCS on. There we go. Bring this over a little bit. I'm not so concerned right now with basically this thing being a little bit of a pain, but come on, come on, come on. I'll fire the engines once we get like a little bit past halfway. Oh my god. But yeah, this rocket, I don't know what it is with this design specifically, but it's not the actual, like, lower stages themselves. It's more of this upper stage and having fuel transferring down from all of that, and it really is causing a lot of problems. So that is kind of the main reason with all of that. And I don't really know exactly what it is. The fuel transfer system itself, I think, has something to do with it, because it isn't like I'm transferring out like an uneven amount of fuel between the rockets, I guess. I don't know, between the boosters themselves. I don't know, maybe I would have to set it up a little bit differently, where maybe it will take from these three, and then one side will take from these three, but it really hasn't... I really don't know. You know, it's just one of those kind of things where you just really try to figure it out, but you end up just giving up because of the amount of launches that you have to do, and that kind of is what it boils down to. I probably launched this rocket somewhere around maybe 10 or 12 times just to figure out exactly what's going wrong with it, and I really can't figure out that issue. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is. It does make it to orbit, and it does all the other stuff that I want it to do. It just doesn't take off right. So I'm not gonna complain. So that's how I'm gonna leave it. So anyways, guys, I am going to see you guys once we start getting closer to docking up with our Midmas Mega Station. So I'll see you in just a little bit here. yeah, we're getting pretty close now. That was probably the most unconventional docking I've ever had to do, or at least rendezvous. It was really weird. I don't know how I got set up like that. I mean, I'm pretty good at getting to min-miss. I don't know what happened. Sometimes I just get these really funky orbits out of some of the nodes I set up. I don't know. I think it mostly just has to do with me being a noob about it sometimes, but whatever. It's all looking pretty good, and we're getting pretty freaking close now. Just kind of speed this up so we can get there a little bit faster. There we go. Just slow down a little bit more. I think we should be going just right over the top of it, or if not, we'll be pretty freaking close. Oh my god. Just kind of slow down a little bit just in case. Don't want to bump the station going like 20 meters, or well, I should say 5 meters a second. That wouldn't be good. Lose something. There we go. Amazing. That is looking awesome. So I should just slow it down there. Perfect. So, yeah, this thing, I've been working on it, obviously. There has been, I added on these 2 main strut pieces here, and those will be there. Basically, they're just going to hold, these things will all be there just to hold this whole structure together. And it's been a little bit crazy. That's all I can say. I have been working on this a lot, and I don't plan on, because I know some of you guys might notice it's taking on that hexagon shape. I don't plan on adding anything to where it's gonna have like a full hexagon shape where it's just gonna be a complete circle. I don't want to do that. I don't know if you want to call it circle, hexagon, whatever. Yeah, I don't plan on doing that. It would be kind of cool, but I'm kind of aiming more towards like a half hex, if anything, and I'll stick with that. So, but it's looking pretty good as it is right now. I really hope everything else kind of just comes together really nicely. I know that this thing is probably going to be somewhat of a pain to dock. It already is having problems, just me controlling it, so there we go. So whichever one of these we end up closer to is going to be the one that I add it onto. I don't really have any specific preference, because either way, right now, it won't make that much of a difference. So, alright, bring this over and up. Over and up, please. That would be nice. Alright, okay. This thing is a little hard to control. Just a little bit. We need to go up. There we go. Up, please. Up, up, up. There we go. Just kind of bleed off that speed. The main problem is that the RCS wants to like compensate for, whatever direction you're going, and it isn't working the right way. That's all I can say. Oh, stop it. Alright, there we go. I'm just gonna stick with that for now, because the RCS is just driving me nuts. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dock up right here, and we need to flip this thing around if we're gonna be doing that. Alright, bring this over. And we gotta dock sideways too, which is gonna be a little hard to do, considering I don't have as good as control. This main module here was a really, out of all the modules, this would be really easy because of the fact that it has so many of the reaction wheels, whereas this one doesn't. This doesn't even have any reaction wheels on it, basically. It's just, the one main reaction wheel, and that is basically it. So that is going to probably cause some kind of a problem, but we'll see when it comes down to docking. So there we go. That is looking pretty good. So let's just bring this over a little bit more, because it's not lined up perfectly. There we go. And just kind of line it up a little bit more too. There we go. It's looking good. So we need to go a little bit that way. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, no, that isn't right. Bring that way. I'm trying to follow this. I can't really... I mean, I guess I could, but it's not going to turn out for the best. That's all I can say. Setting these as your target really doesn't work out that well in this situation because of the fact that it's setting... You're trying to align 3 of them, and docking one of them is kind of a pain, and bringing it close and everything else really just doesn't work out so well. You can see already it says we're lined up. We're not lined up. By any means, we're not lined up. There we go. Alright, let's just bring this down. Bleed off the rest of that speed. This thing is going to be... It's going to fight me the whole way. I can pretty much see that right now. There we go. I'll just let the reaction wheel kind of bring us back. And then I'll do time warp. So let's go forward a little bit. There we go. Just put this in the center. Try to center up everything. That way we can, if there's no other forces acting on this thing. I get so impatient with docking too. That's the one thing I really gotta say. That is one of my main things that if out of anything I could complain about in this game, and anything I could really honestly tell you, being impatient while trying to dock is probably the worst thing you could ever do. So there we go. I'm trying to line this up by eye because that's pretty much the only way I'll be able to do this for the most part. So we need to come in a little bit. There we go. I think that will work. Hopefully. So I'll just do time warp just to save us some time. So yeah, Delta V without tears, guys. If you haven't already checked that stuff out, definitely go and take a peek. You need Excel 2010. I think I've mentioned this before, but you know, once again, I want everyone to know that that's what you need, and you know, it isn't that hard to get. I mean, as far as downloading the spreadsheet and everything, but I would really appreciate your feedback. There will be a link to the Kerbal Space Program forums page where the whole thing has kind of taken place, the beta test, if you want to call it that. Alright, and it's looking pretty good. That's all I can say. Alright, whoa. Slow down. Slow. There we go. Perfect. So let's just bring this over a little bit. We need to go forward. There we go. And forward a little bit more. And then I think all we have to do is just basically go sideways, and I think we should be alright. Bring this over. Oh god, nope, that was the wrong way. Sorry. Alright, well, there we go. There we go. Come on. Ooh, don't rock. I don't like Rocky. Alright, whoa. Bring that over just a little bit more. Just so we can get the pull from the docking ports. That's all we really need. Where the docking ports start pulling towards each other. There we go. And we need to go this way a little bit. Perfect. Now we need to go up. Just a tidbit. Alright, these things should start pulling towards each other here, like any second. Alright, bring that back a little bit more. Wow, this is not working out so well. Well, I shouldn't say that. I should say it's going pretty good. Just bring this over. Docking without using anything at all is kind of not a good thing. Alright, there we go. Bring this over. Come on, can we get the pull? There we go. Amazing. Turn that off. That is looking freaking awesome. So let's just see if we got full dock on all of these. That way, that one's looking good. Those are all looking amazing. So we got to transfer out some of the RCS fuel because we probably burned away like more than half on all of these. So yeah, that is not good, but whatever. Once I launch a lot more of these missions to get these connector pieces up here, that will replenish a lot of the RCS fuel that we already used, basically. Most of the RCS fuel I end up kind of replenishing off camera as far as... I don't launch fuel missions, but basically when I bring these connectors here or when I bring something here, I just top off what I can and then I leave. You know, I'll remove this piece or whatever parts that I used to get it there and then, you know, just trash the pieces that I don't need anymore. So we're a little low on the RCS on that module, but it's not that bad. We are pretty good on fuel though. Let's see, I did replenish most of the fuel inside this main core here, so I know one of these tanks is empty. There we go. So let's just get this fuel in. And right now we got a crew of 3 and that is it. So, you know, whatever. It's the best we could do for right now. But, you know, like I said before, there will be hab modules that I can put on top here. I don't know how many I'm going to do, to be honest, because of the fact that each launch requires me to bring them there and do all that stuff, and it just gets to the point where you're, like, basically going nuts after playing the game for so long, and doing repetitive launches does kind of suck. So, but as it stands though, I could put, you know, a single hab module on top. I could put a 2 or a 3. I could put as many as I want to. So that is kind of cool. So that, I really gotta say, out of all the things I've designed, it's kind of cool that I can just kind of create my own hab module and, you know, depending on what size I want or whatever, and just bring it here. I could even bring 6 here and then plop them on top, and then bring another layer of 6 and then plop those on top of that. So it really just, you know, whatever way you want to look at it, but, you know, for right now, it's pretty amazing. That's all I gotta say. So I'm gonna keep this fuel in here. We're gonna use that to deorbit this. Actually, we can't even deorbit this stage, so I'll just take that fuel. So bring this, and we'll just pump it in here. Looking good. So we'll get rid of that. I don't believe there was anything on that piece there. Yeah, alright, that's good. So yeah, we're up to, right now, we're up to 146 tons. So what I will be doing off camera for right now, there really isn't any lights on this thing. I planned on adding the lights once we get a few hab modules on here, and I was going to put the lights kind of shining down. And, you know, I really want to keep it kind of like this as it is right now. So that's where we're going to go with that. But I need to bring another set of connectors here, which we will probably do in the next episode. So I'll bring them, and they need to be attached right here. And, yeah, so we have one more of these to bring, and we have a couple end modules that we have to get docked up as well, but this is looking pretty freaking awesome as it is. So anyways, guys, if you like what you see here, subscribe. There's always more to come. To all you new people, welcome. And yeah, I will see you next time.